Is on. We are hot. We are live. Welcome to Master the Game RPG on Twitch. We are here with our reoccurring Wednesday night game, The Forgotten Throne, and this is the Kraken Crew, as we like to call this group, as named by you, our viewers. So last week we finished the Druid Lich Lair in very entertaining fashion. We got a little footloose, if I can say. And I've had that song stuck in my head all week long, thanks to that. I have. Oh, it's been fantastic. Oh, no. Okay, sorry, you guys were muted until then. Oh. So now everyone can hear you guys. But yeah, it was very great. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And it made it better that it was an Ohio State fan. And as a Michigan fan, I'm going to try to quit bringing this up weekly, but it's really the only thing I can look forward to right now with college football. So yes. But anyways, I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves, their characters. If this is your first time here, I want to encourage you guys to hit the follow button. We're just a couple away from 50, which is pretty exciting. I think we need 2 more, so who knows, maybe by the end of this we can hit 50. So let's start with our good friend over here, Callist. Introduce Garrick and maybe what he's doing right now.
Callist, playing Garrick Gladstone. He is a very much intentionally nondescript, average height, average build, average looking human male. He tries very much not to stand out except for a fantastically colored scarlet macaw named Kraken, who's usually perched on his shoulder.
Kraken is great. We love Kraken. And what would your character be doing? I mean, obviously, we wrapped up the cave. You're probably about to leave. What would Garrick be doing before stepping
Garrick
out?
was kind of interested in those the shiny green rocks, the stones that were set up as floor tiles. Mm-hmm. I have got a Tensor's floating disc, and that can haul a lot of stuff out. So if we were going to be making our way out, I would probably be trying to look at maybe moving some of that out with us.
Okay, sounds good. Now let's cut over to Lady Tiefling, who is playing Meek. Feel free to introduce your character. And,
Hi, I'm Lady Tiefling. I play Meek, who is a Divine Soul Sorcerer, Tiefling, Trash Gremlin. I can't think of anything more creative right now. But yeah, she's fun, and she eats things that she shouldn't.
Yes, she does.
And she has an extra foot.
An extra
lucky foot.
Oh, yeah, that's right, from last week.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I don't know if Renmur's actually aware of that.
Nope.
No.
Nope, not yet.
Nope.
No idea.
Because we said don't eat the foot last time.
Yeah.
All right. Cornelius is playing our wonderful half-elf Eva.
Yeah. And did shit go down last week? Oh my god. I'm still trying to figure it out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Cornelius. I play Eva the Paladin, who doesn't know she's actually a paladin. Hopefully we'll be changing that this week.
Maybe. Who knows what's in store? Who knows?
Let's see. I've accidentally healed myself. I've accidentally compelled an enemy creature to a duel. I've accidentally smote a bitch. And who knows what's gonna happen.
True. Now, speaking of Buckeyes, let's cut over to TP Grant, who is playing Renmur. Now, he's not like your other Buckeyes. He's actually a good guy. You know, he's not, terrorizing me every week when I have a poor showing with my
someone has to buck the trend.
Yes, and you do. So let's cut over to him. He's playing Renmur, our wonderful footloose half-orc.
Yes, Renmur, the prodigy fighting talent that in his first mission, got his left foot cut off, and is now having his whole world and future collapse in front of his very eyes, and is going to be just kind of crutching himself out of the cave and trying to figure out what's next.
Now, Garrick did tell you it was just a foot. It's not
It
your
what?
life.
Yeah,
That was a fun highlight.
it's easy to say when you're smart and you can cast spells, not when your whole livelihood depends on swinging a sword good.
He also has both of his feet,
Yeah, exactly.
which for a pirate is probably a pretty big deal.
I mean, like, it's 50% more feet than you need as a pirate.
Excellent. So Garrick was looking at the stone floor, the green emerald stone, in the treasure room.
Mhm.
And so feel free, take it away, role play, talk, discuss ideas, whatever you want.
Well, if we're heading out, I just look at the flooring here, and it looks rather, say, rare. So something like that might be valuable. We might have to pay for some services related, especially to Renmur's foot. So I think stocking up on anything valuable before we leave out of here is a pretty good idea. So I would say if we can maybe grab that crowbar and take some time and pop up some of these floor tiles, carefully as to not break them.
Okay, who wants to give it a shot?
I suppose if it's the crowbar, Renmur will get down on both knees and dig the crowbar in, just kind of silently and try to wrench this thing out.
So these tiles, you'll notice, it's obviously dwarven make, right? It's very nice stonework. It's probably going to be very difficult. Crowbar is going to negate the disadvantage from your foot. We'll probably say it's a DC 20 to pry up some stones.
All right, athletics or just
Is it
straight
a-
strength?
Whichever's best. Probably your athletics.
Natural 20.
Yes.
You got
Nice.
it then. No problem.
Just
You can get as much as you want. You've got the touch, man.
All right. So as he's lifting them and putting them on there, I'm just going to kind of make my judgments. When I think that tensors is going to be pretty full, we can move on.
How much weight can tensors hold?
500 pounds.
500 pounds? Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to roll percentiles for you over here to see how much you get. Okay. So you load it up. You think this 19% is about 500 pounds.
Okay. Well, just have them loaded up until it's full, and then we just get moving. So.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
gonna take can I take a moment real quick?
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna slyly take a foot out of my bag. And I'm gonna focus on it. And I'm just gonna be like, I feel like there's something that I should be able to do. And I'm gonna just really focus because we've had a rest, haven't we?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna cast the spell I just picked, which is Gentle Repose. So it is gonna stay intact for 10 days.
Nice.
And then I'll put it back in my bag.
Well done.
I thought you were going to fuse it to his leg or something for 10 days.
I
That's
don't think I don't think I can like fix it. I can just keep it from like
Rotting.
Keep it from rotting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Juice, you want to know the sad? I rolled a perception check just to see if Renmur noticed.
Uh-oh.
Natural 20.
Oh, you noticed your foot?
Yeah.
Go for it, man.
Yeah. Well, you just watch me like kind of cast like something on it. Because let's see, it's a
Verbal problem.
Yeah, verbal and somatic, and material, which I think my component pouch should cover because it's not a monetary thing.
Okay.
But yeah, you just watch me like mumble some weird stuff, like hold your foot, and then like slowly, just like a gremlin, like put it back in.
He's just too shell shocked to say anything at this point. He's just kind of like, and may I say as a player, where the hell were these rolls last week?
Yeah,
Right.
right. Yeah.
Hey, you know, this might work out. Might work out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep your foot from decaying for as long as I can.
So you guys loaded up the disc with about 95 pounds of emerald stone.
Fuck
Mhm.
yeah.
Now, if somebody wants to try and look that up and see what that costs, I don't know where we can find that in a book, but let's see what we can do.
95 pounds. Sorry, I'm writing it down.
Okay, so you guys have taken a long rest because it was all night. You guys felt pretty safe after you got rid of the bugs and the golem and the druid lich. You've discovered everything in this tomb, including the mall. And you are now about to step out. Renmur's got his fancy crutch that Garrick crafted for him. The stench down in the caves, you guys have kind of gotten used to. Being in here for a full day, I mean, you can kind of smell it, but it's not as overwhelming as it was the day before. And yeah, so anyways, you have the Breaker of Bones Mall and this blade of witchcraft that Eva has. And you're on your way. Now, as you guys step out into the sunlight, it probably hurts your eyes a little bit because you've been in the dark for so long, even with some light. And something's different. This area that was all mud and all wet, you see in some spots there's patches of grass and little flowers and stuff that haven't bloomed but seem to be coming up through the dirt all over the course of a day. It's almost as if something was suppressing them before. And so your path back, are you planning on taking the road? Are you trying to do what you did before? Okay. So on the road, we had said you could move 3 hexes before.
For the record, I am moving slow now. I am half
speed.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to still let you get through 2 hexes a day. I know, I am a generous DM.
I was gonna say if he can also ride on that tensors too. If we,
it's got weight. Yeah, he could do it.
Yeah, if there's some weight left to it.
Before we leave, did someone have the remains of one of those creatures to like report back?
Somebody did. Who did that? Though?
We grabbed one and stuck it in a bag. I don't remember who did it though.
Okay, I wanted to say we did that, but I just wanted to make sure that we have like proof of stuff before we head back.
Okay.
I mean, the proof of ridding the druid lich in the area will be anyone who comes and looks at this area and sees the change.
Yeah.
And so
Wait a minute.
It's not like everywhere that's green. It's still pretty brown, but you see some stuff starting to kind of sprout already within a morning.
Tiefling, I'm pretty sure you had the bits of the extra creature because you took a bite out of the first one and we had to tell you not to eat the second one.
Maybe that is right, because I remember us talking about that. I didn't write it in D&D Beyond. I may have written it down in my notes though. But I would just make sure on the way, if we walk past one, to make sure I get some more.
Okay.
Also, for the record, Renmur is going to stubbornly just flat out refuse to ride the disc unless he absolutely has to. So he is going to try to crutch his way through the mud field initially. Is there a roll I should make to see if he can?
You know what? We can roll for your speed. If you beat you roll at disadvantage, we'll say, and if you beat a 10, you will move normal speed.
Hold on, I'm looking for the injured condition things. I think I have to make a dex check, or like for this, like would it be the dex check to see if I like fall prone?
If you want it to be, yeah, we could go acrobatics for slipping.
Where is it? I have it somewhere. Oh yeah, so my if I use the dash action, I have a disadvantage of just dexterity checks to make balance to maintain my balance. So if I'm moving through a mud field, you want to say like to see if I can do it
It's
at all?
15. DC 15.
Oh no! Oh no! I face plant in
no.
mud,
Oh,
and like
no.
yeah, you just see him
It's
just
not
like
a 1 though, was it?
no, it's a 3.
Oh, okay. That's a strong 3.
That's a strong 3.
Lol.
Covered in mud and just like shaking with rage, he just sits on Tensor's disc. And just, like, sits there.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Oh, my God.
So you guys are able to start moving. You get roughly to where the wagons were before in the course of the day before you decide, we should probably stop and set up camp for the night. Now, when you get there, I believe I had said before there was still one wagon that was intact, correct?
I think so, yeah.
I think I said there was
No.
one. So there is one intact. It still has some tarp and things on it. So if you guys needed that for your tent or whatever, you could take
I think
that.
we have tents. We
I
bought
think you
tents.
bought
We can-
tents, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that, Garrett?
Okay. I was going to say we could actually take the stones off of tensors, and then we could actually use tensors to pull the wagon
Okay.
by kind of like strapping everything, strapping the essentially the cart to the disc, and then kind of using it to plod along like a horse would. Then we could just ride in the cart.
Oh, it's like you're driving a car.
Mhm.
Oh, I like that. All right. So you get there. You are able to set up your camp. It's been pretty nice of a day, actually, considering the previous days were kind of gloomy and rainy at times. And night falls. What order are you guys doing night watches?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Can I just assume you first, Meek 2, Eva 3, Renmur 4?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I'll let Kraken stay up with Meek.
Okay. So Meek, or I'm sorry, not Meek, Eva,
Yo.
you're awake. You hear some noises. Maybe it's some paranoia. Maybe it's because of the squirrels and other stuff that have happened when you've been hanging out. What are you doing on your watch?
I think just mentally going over everything that's happened over the last several days, because there's obviously some shit that has happened that she can't explain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as she's grown up, whether by her mom or her dad, she's grown up to be logical.
Mhm.
And there's always an explanation for things, but this is not one of those things. And if anything, she can't figure out what that thing is.
Gotcha.
And so it's really bugging her and eating at her. So like even if she wanted to sleep, she's having some trouble.
Okay. So the night goes by without any interruptions. It was pretty smooth, actually. Now, in the morning, you guys are getting things set up, preparing your spells, getting the cart hooked up. And Garrick, you notice something you didn't notice before when you guys were at this spot. But there's more footsteps. Someone's been here. You can't tell which, where they went necessarily. Once they go off the path, they kind of disappear. But you do look around for a bit, and there's definitely been looks like upwards of 10 to 20 more people here.
What the fuck?
Oh, well.
Humanoid
Now,
footprints
so
look like boots.
could that have been our aid that was coming?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know how far away they were, but it doesn't seem like they would get here. It took us like 3 days to get here
Yep.
along the roads. So,
Send
By the
Kraken.
timeline, it doesn't make sense that your aid would be here that quick.
okay. Yeah, I guess, how far do you think it would, or how long do you think it would take for Kraken to fly over towards where we were at and then come back?
Like, you mean to the caves?
Yeah, like fly over towards the caves and come back.
Oh,
While we're
a
getting
couple
ready here.
hours.
Couple hours.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take him long at all, really.
I guess just to start, have them fly around. Just give a
scout,
good
right?
check in the area. Yeah, scout around while we're
Okay. Do me a favor.
setting things up.
So
I'll,
you're having him go east, correct? Towards the caves that you guys were at.
I was just gonna have them scout around in general.
okay.
Actually.
About how far out?
I don't know. Just kind of ever increasing circles for maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
As fast as a macaw can fly.
Okay. What's his perception bonus?
+3.
+3? Okay. I rolled for him. Okay, so he's hovering around, and every now and then you're like tuning in to see what he sees.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really looks out of the ordinary. It just looks like a quiet, peaceful forest. Every once in a while you might see some other birds or something, or some squirrels, Eva's favorite animal.
I'm making sure to just kind of point out what I've noticed. How old do the tracks look?
They're probably about a day or two old.
About a day or two old?
Yeah,
Okay,
so it was since you guys were here last time.
Yeah, so a day or two. It's since we've been here, but that's not likely to be anyone that we've called for.
No.
Considering that
That's about the time you sent out for help.
Yeah, well, it's probably about the time that we sent out for help, or maybe just before the help had even heard about us. So
Correct.
okay. So size, like, do they seem to be large humanoid? Are they weighed down a lot? Like they might have been armored?
If they were armored, you don't think it was heavy armor.
Okay. So if they were armored, okay.
It's probably comparable to Eva's footprints. Different sizes, obviously, but the indentation is probably similar to what you would think Eva would have left.
Okay.
Maybe a little deeper, not by much though.
Okay, so.
And she's not wearing heavy armor, for example.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll point it out to everybody. I've got some ideas, but at this point, it's just speculation. So.
Okay. I'm assuming you guys are getting in the wagon and starting to chug down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
How
And
fast
while
can
we're-
Tensor's disc move, by the way?
It's not super fast, but
Okay.
it doesn't have to stop. So let me pull that up here. Let's see here.
What were you gonna say, Meek?
If we're in the wagon and I just want to go through everything and like just look around, like feel the cushions if I feel anything. Like I'll just be like, okay, I need to do something with my time. I'm just gonna go through every little thing.
So,
Okay.
as far as I can see, there's not really a limitation to its speed. It just moves as fast as I do.
Okay.
So it
So
basically,
basically, as
it'll
long as you're awake, you can keep it moving at your speed.
it'll stay with me. My understanding is you can get it to move, but it essentially follows you. So I can always walk out ahead, and then it can just follow me. I have no problem with that.
Sounds good.
And
Meek,
so
give me an investigation check.
I'm bad at these, but it's fun. Investigation -1 makes it a solid 10.
Well, that's a strong 10.
Yeah.
I like saying everything's strong.
Average.
Yeah.
So that's
Perfect
strong 10.
average.
You find a couple bent candlestick holders.
I am Meek is ecstatic about that and like
They're
just shoves
shiny.
them in her bag.
Yeah, they're shiny. You should be.
Aggressively average search.
Yeah. If she gets the attention of Renmur and Eva, she like shows them off and then like puts them in her bag.
Eva, having an understanding of what nice candlestick holders look like, would know these are pretty shitty. They like easily bend like your crappy
Uh-huh.
spoons that are in your drawer in your kitchen right now. Like they're just,
Oh.
Yes.
you know, they're crappy.
Meek's
God.
favorite type of spoon.
You mean the what do they call it in the Little Mermaid? The stuff. that she
Dingle
Dingle
eats?
hopper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a fork.
dingle
It was a
hopper.
fork.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But still.
Okay, so you guys are chugging along. Renmur, you're surprisingly comfortable, all things considered, with your foot. It's actually a pretty smooth ride in this wagon. This is a nice wagon.
Yeah.
And Tensor's disc is a nice steady pace. There's not any hoofs, clunk, clunk, clunk on the ground. So it's actually fairly quiet too. Not a lot of squeaking like you're probably used to hearing in town on most wagons.
We just have to make a stop about every hour for me to recast it, but it's not that big of a deal.
So you guys move a few more hexes to where you're actually covered by a canopy of trees now. And in the distance, you hear fighting just around the bend. Coming from the road. You're probably a good quarter mile away. What are you doing?
I'm going to send Kraken out to fly in that direction, look, and then come back and tell us what he sees.
Okay. I'm going to roll his perception again.
Okay.
To see how accurate he is at telling you anything. Okay, he's
And if-
pretty good.
if
He comes back.
I was gonna say I can watch through his eyes up to a certain distance too. But
Yeah, I think you
it's
said
only
100
a few
feet.
hundred. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's 100 feet or so.
So, so he comes back, and you can see. It looks like, on a quick count, maybe about 10 guys who look similar to the ones that the parasites had taken over, and they are fighting what appears to be a half-orc fighter and some mercenaries on the road. A couple of the mercenaries have already been dropped. The half-orc fighter is injured, but he is holding his own no problem. And it looks like some of these bandits, I'm going to call them, have been dropped already as well. In fact, quite a few of them have been dropped.
Okay. If I'm assuming they're hearing what Kraken's relaying, so let's make our way up quickly.
Okay. Are you taking the wagon, leaving it here? Tensor's disc in it?
I mean, Tensors will follow me. So if I'm going up, I just have the wagon come up. But I guess at some point, if we start getting up to the point of actual combat, I'd have, Tensors just stop following me.
Sure. Everyone roll initiative. And then I'm going to give you guys 2 rounds to prepare anything that you want to before you get there.
Oh, hello. That'll be a 19.
Okay. I have an
17.
18. So Eva's got a 19.
Yeah.
Renmur has what?
17.
17. What's Garrick have?
16.
Okay. Wow, you guys rolled really well. What is going on here?
And
Meek?
we're balancing out last second.
I have a
Yeah.
strong 9.
All right. So enemies got an 18. NPCs got a higher number. All right. Unnatural 20. Okay. So, anything anyone wants to do to prepare for battle? You got a round or 2 to do so.
Oh,
Can I hide? Because I said I was inside the
Yeah.
cart. So if I peek out the window and see something's gonna go on, I'm just gonna hunker down and try to be really quiet.
Yeah, there's tarps and stuff, canopy that you can kind of get under if you want to.
Okay.
Or you can try to hide under bench seats or something, depending on what you're trying to hide under or with.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to. I'll probably just pull kind of haphazardly pull a tarp over me, but still try to look to make sure I kind of got an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, you could totally cover your head, but still be able to see over the edge.
Okay.
I'll say. Cool. And then your tiefling horns kind of make it look like candlestick holders up under a tarp.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Yeah.
All right. What about you, Garrick? Anything you want to do to prepare?
how many did you say there were?
So
Roughly.
there's 10 standing that are fighting a half orc and about 4 remaining mercenaries.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do mage armor, just in case.
Okay. Eva, is there anything you want to do to prepare?
Nothing really specific. Draw that badass rapier and
Flame on.
I'm not gonna ignite it just yet.
Oh, okay.
Because there's really no need until they see us.
Sure. Renmur.
He's gonna slide like off the cart, and I'm going with that. He's using his left hand to hold the crutch right now, so he's only drawing the one sword, and he's just gonna start crutching towards them.
Okay. All right. So the wagon moves beyond you, Renmur. You're kind of left behind a little, just because of your speed. Yeah. Everyone else, you are now coming around the corner, and when you come around and things kind of open up, you can see what is clearly Renmur's father down on one knee, fighting off some bandits around him with what looks like a long sword and a short sword, much like Renmur, using 2 weapons. And he's fighting them off. It appears as though his shield, because he likes to use a shield, is on the ground a few feet away from him. And you see some mercenaries who are backed up to him and protecting his backside from other enemies.
And these look like the zombie types that attacked us?
Yes, but they don't look like zombies.
Oh, okay.
And they have clearly injured your father with arrows, and they are now in melee combat.
Oh, hell no. No.
And you see other mercenaries, 4 other mercenaries who have clearly already fallen. And there are some bandits, as I'm calling them, who have also fallen. All right. All right. So
how far are we away now?
You guys are about 50 feet.
Okay.
Oh, man, this is going to take me a while.
Yeah, you can move 30 on a run. And you're about 65 feet, Renmur. Right now.
Yeah, okay.
So, with that, let's start with
4 turns away.
Yeah, we will start with Eva. Go ahead, Eva. You're about 50 feet away. You could close the distance with a full move and jumping off the wagon. You could wait for Garrett. Well, nope, that's really what you could do. Or you could stay on here with the wagon and everybody else.
Hold on. Yeah, you know what? So I'm gonna run as far up as I can. So you said I could close the distance?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I want to do. I don't want to quite be in melee with them yet. But I do want to run up in there and be like, nope, not happening.
Okay.
And if you'll let me, I feel like recognizing who this is, she's immediately going into fuck this mode.
Yes, the Paladin Rage.
Paladin Rage. I think she would I'm trying to figure out how to play this without being a paladin yet. I think she would run up and, you know what, let's play it like this. She might actually be running up into melee combat because this is only a bonus action. Okay. So she'll run up and kind of stand in front of Renmur's father. She'll throw her arm out.
Yes.
And essentially she's casting Shield of Faith.
Oh, okay. So when you do this, this anger comes over Eva when she knows who it is, and like out of almost instinct, she runs up, and you guys all see this.
She runs up and she's like, "Oh no, you don't," and throws her arm out.
And her hand lets out this glow of this shield that stops this sword from hitting Renmur's father right across the chest.
So Shield of Faith gives him a +2 to AC.
Okay, perfect. And that's for the whole round?
That lasts for 10 minutes.
Beautiful. So there's this glowing shield, like this circle in front of Renmur's father.
Yep, it's a concentration for up to 10 minutes.
I love it. All right, next up happens to be my bandits. So seeing Eva do this, there's 3 that are in front of Renmur's father. 2 of them are now going. Well, one of them is going to direct his attention towards Eva, and she sees his long sword come at her. 24 to hit. They're off.
Oh
they're
shit!
off
Yeah, that'll
awesome
hit.
start.
That'll hit.
Awesome.
That
Start.
hurts.
All right.
That hurts.
For 10 points of damage.
Ow, mofo.
Yikes. All right, so the other 2 are going to swing at Renmur's father with their longswords. Oh, wow. They both hit. 22. I rolled a 17 and 18 on the die.
No.
All right, so that's 3 plus... Okay, so 5 points. And then another 5 points. So Renmur's father actually takes 2 hits from longswords.
Even with that +2?
Oh, yes. Because together they were both 24, and yeah, they were high.
Fuck. Okay.
Renmur, what do you think your father would be wearing for armor?
He probably would have pretty nice armor just because he's
Like a plate?
Yeah, he'd probably have plate.
So he'd be at an 18 armor class. But because he's a seasoned adventurer, it's probably magical. So we'll say it's 20 AC, but both of these were over 20. So we'll say he's got 20 AC.
Yeah.
21 with his we'll say his fighting style thing, whatever is the plus to AC.
Yeah.
So yeah, he takes these 2 hits, and it hurts, but I mean he's still holding on strong. I mean, Renmur, you've seen your father sparring and look worse than this before.
Yeah.
When he's sparring about 20 little cadets by himself. But anyways, so he takes a hit. Now, the 4 mercenaries are each going to get hits from swords, possibly. Oh my god. I am 18 on the die and 14 on the die. Both of those are going to hit. 2 of the mercs. 2 of the mercs actually drop already. And then the last 2 are going to take 2 more. Okay, those did not hit.
I'm like
Now.
mildly wondering if I should go undo my 4th level and take a level in barbarian just to raise here.
So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then 2 bandits are going to shoot arrows at the remaining 2 mercenaries. And both of those will miss as well. Okay. That was their turn. Now we are over to Renmur. Seeing your father get hit, I'm sure that inspires something in you.
Inspires a 15-foot move speed.
You could do 30 if you do double move.
Yeah, but then I have to roll that dex with disadvantage or I face plant again.
And then use up half your movement.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna crutch the 15 feet.
Cool,
and,
50 feet away.
And he's going to shout, highway scum cowards, come. What? Are you afraid of a cripple?
And when you say that, your father looks to you and like you see a look of just sadness as he notices your foot.
Oh.
All right.
Renmore's breaking on the inside too.
No.
Garrett.
But there's things to kill, so that can be later.
Sure.
So
You're actually a little bit ahead. So you were probably only about 45 feet away because of your disc. You were ahead sitting in front of it.
I am going to I'm going to turn around to Renmur.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put my hand on him and I'm going to say, go get him, Tiger. Put your best foot forward. And I'm going to cast Enlarge on Renmur.
Oh my god!
Okay. How's that work?
So now he weighs 8 times as much. He has advantage on any strength check, and he does an extra D4 damage, and he becomes just a gigantic hulking, like maximum size that'll fit in 2 squares machine. He's just huge.
Enlarge it doubles your size basically.
Yep.
So now we have
normal movement speed Renmur.
Yeah.
I am ogre size now.
Yeah.
So if he was 6 feet tall, he's now 12 foot tall. If he was 200 pounds, he's now 1,600 pounds, and has advantage on strength checks and does an extra D4 when he rolls. So
Mm.
that
Wow.
might even actually give him a little bit more advantage to move a little bit quicker, though it doesn't
Yeah,
say.
I'll say he doubles his movement speed because of it.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Cool.
my crutch is now useless.
No,
Yeah,
everything
you
you have grows
crush-
with you.
Oh, okay, excellent. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
my crutch is
So
just
you
a little
crush it.
stick.
Yep, your armor grows with you. Your anything held in your hands grows
Perfect.
with you. You just grow up larger.
Yeah.
Oh, the crutch
you
will
can-
remove your disadvantage, by the way, on movement. I'll say.
I thought the crutch allowed me to move at all.
Oh, maybe.
I thought that was the. I thought the.
I was just
No,
going to say on the deck save it would remove
I thought it was that he had to have a. I thought he had to have a crutch to
or a cane or something.
kind of negate his
You must
movement
use a
penalty
cane or
whatever.
crutch to move,
Right.
and then you
Oh.
fall prone after using the dash action, and now you have disadvantage. Oh, I just fall prone if I use the dash action at all. Yeah, no, I need a crutch or I need a prosthesis or a crutch to move at all.
Oh,
Gotcha.
wow.
Okay. Unless it's
Well-
a really well done prosthesis, by the way. I'm
Well,
gonna
now
roll.
you're a lot bigger and you can slump along a little bit better. But you can also pick up things and throw it at people too because
Yeah.
you're huge. So
I'm ogre sized now.
Yeah, you're probably bigger than some of them too. Okay, I love that. Thank you, Garrick. Meek. So you see all this happen. What are you doing?
besides
You're
being
muted.
muted.
I hate when that happens too.
My
I see that
bad.
look. You're like, dang it.
The
Yeah.
rage.
Is Renmur's dad, does he seem like on death's door or just like he's taken
No.
a couple of hits?
He's a very hardy fighter, as you guys all know, and he's taken some hits, but he's not like
Okay.
gushing blood. He knows how to like roll with the punches per se. Like if a sword's coming to hit him, he's able to kind of go with it so it doesn't get a full oomph to it.
Okay.
So he's got some scratches that are new, but he's okay.
I'll go ahead and throw a healing word at him. But I'm gonna do it at first level.
Okay. So you see some of those wounds that he just took start to heal. How much hit points are gained back?
Not a lot.
1.
I rolled a 1, but that's +4, so 5.
Okay.
A little bit. And then I'll
He
throw a
sees you do that.
fireball too.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because at this point, I'm still like kind of hiding, but the tarp has like gone up, but it's like caught on my horns, and I'm just like, you see my head and like my hands out to cast spells, and then, at the, I guess whichever one's closest to me, or whichever one is like gonna hit Eva, I'm gonna cast a firebolt at.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That is 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
A dice. I should have got the right dice ready, but I didn't. There we go. 2 points of damage.
Yeah, it hits. And I mean, it catches his attention, but it does not seem to hurt him very much. It kind of is a light burn. It's kind of like someone taking a lighter. And that's about it. Real small fireball shoots out.
Yeah.
And so he's now noticed you, but you're pretty far away. All right, back up top. So now Renmur's father stands up, and he just goes with his long sword and stabs forward with his short sword at one of the bandits. Both of them are going to hit. He
Get him, Dad.
hits actually harder with his short sword, it seems. Let's see. Okay, so the one that you hit with fire, he actually slashes. And then the one next to him, he stabs. And he hurts that one pretty bad.
Yeah,
Cuts the
he
guy
works
right
a lot
in
on
the
his weekend.
Yeah, he does, right? The remaining mercenaries who are standing up attack the guys around them. They miss. And now that is it. So then we cut over to Eva.
So the one he just hit, well, the one he hit harder, I guess.
The stab rather than the slash.
Yeah. I think that's the one I'm gonna go with. So I'm gonna yell out the Elvish word, and my sword lights
Starts
up.
glowing.
Yes. it does the thing.
Okay.
Oh shit!
So the whole sword,
where's all my shit? Damn it!
starts to turn like orange and yellow,
Yeah.
like metal that's been over a hot fire, and the
Yeah.
runes glow especially brighter in Elven on the blade.
Yeah. 14, 18.
Hits.
Yeah.
Their AC is 14.
Oh, outstanding. Okay. And that's gonna be. Where's my D8? Oh, max damage, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me how
12,
this looks when you
13,
drop him.
14, 15, 16.
You
16
overkill him by a
damage.
lot.
Was this the
Holy
bandit or
shit.
the bandit captain?
It doesn't look like there's a captain. They all look pretty
Okay,
equal.
I'm sorry. I thought you'd said they're like a leader type.
No.
So this
That'd be
your
this
father.
was the one. Let's see.
Oh,
This
that's
this
right,
was
that's
the
right.
one. This was the, so like describe this one to me. The previous hit that he just took from Renmur's dad. Describe
Yeah.
that to me again.
Yeah, the previous hit. So Renmur's father slashed at the one next to him, but then like right after lunges forward with the short sword right up through his stomach, but off to the side a little bit. So not square how he would have wanted to, but impaled him. And then your attack comes right after.
Okay, so I'm gonna essentially do the same thing. I'm gonna stab right about the same spot where Renmur's dad did, and I feel like on its way out, it just slashes through the rest of his side, and you can just hear it sizzling from the cauterization.
You smell burnt flesh.
I smell
As you
burning
do
meat.
this.
It's kind of gross.
Kind of makes me hungry.
Yeah.
Or meek hungry.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, I cauterized this man's side. It's kind of gross.
All right. It is now the bandit's turn. So
Fuck.
there are two right next to you, Eva. One is going to attack you. One will attack Renmur's father.
Okay.
The one that's going at you rolls a 24. One on
Ow.
Renmur's father misses with a 16. So Renmur's father takes both of his swords and catches the one's blades and shoves it away. The one that hit you, though, comes with that long sword again for 8 points of damage.
Ow.
All right. Then we've got quite a few left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got a lot of rolls to make, so I'm just going to make them all. Starting left to right, I'm going to start with the two mercenaries. Whoa, dropped a die. Let's re-roll that. It was a 19 anyway. All right. They are going to hit the two mercenaries. Okay. One of the mercenaries gets hit really hard, but he's still standing. The other one barely gets hit with an arrow, luckily. Now, Renmur's father is going to take two more longsword attacks. Miss on both. And Eva is going to take two more.
Ow.
And what's your armor class?
17.
Okay, they both miss. Okay.
Yeah.
So, with that, we are over to Renmur.
I'm gonna move 30 feet to towards the closest bandit.
Okay. Yes, actually, you can close the distance on one of them that is shooting with a bow.
Okay, is the other one within my reach? Or just one of them's in
Oh, you
range?
got that big extra space you take up too, so you can actually close in on the two with the bows.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna take a swing at one of them.
Okay.
That is an 18 on the dice.
Yep.
So I get to roll an extra D4 with this.
I was gonna say your crutch is about the size of a tree trunk too. If you wanted to improvise
club.
weapon it.
That's all right. My longsword is gonna probably do the job right now. That's a 12 for the first swing.
For damage.
Damage.
Okay, so you hit him pretty hard, but he's still standing.
All right, I'm gonna swing at him. I'm gonna action surge and swing at him again.
Okay.
So hold on. You know what? I'm gonna expend when I hit. I'm gonna just expend a superiority dice.
Did you add
Okay.
your D4 of damage too? Because
I did.
Remember you-
Oh, yeah.
Before. Technically, it's gonna be a distracting strike. He's gonna be very distracted when I remove his head from his shoulders. That's another 5. That's another 5 points of damage.
Ah,
Oh no, he's one short, isn't he?
he's one short. So you hit him.
Anyone has advantage on him for their
Barely
next
anyone.
attack, and then I'm gonna action surge the other one.
Okay, perfect.
And that's gonna be a 10 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right, so
Do
that's
you
my
want to
turn then.
spend some inspiration? Does anybody have any to give?
Do I have inspiration?
do
I
not
don't
know.
know.
I
do. I'm gonna spend an inspiration on that.
Beautiful.
I rolled worse.
Oh,
Does anybody else want to give him inspiration? I'll let you
Nah,
keep
it's all
going
right,
if
that's
they'll let
fine.
you.
I was gonna say I still have some.
Nah, it's okay.
I've
Okay.
got 2, so I'm
Yeah.
happy to give him my extra one.
Take it up, Renmur. Do it. That's the beauty of playing in this online game. You can use it over and
15
over
on the
again.
dice,
Hits.
Ooh. Yeah.
and that is 10 damage to that other one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you hurt him pretty bad too.
Yeah, so
So you do quite a bit of damage there. No problem. Great. We will now cut over to Garrick. You see
Okay.
your work doing a good job up there on a couple bandits.
So we've got the 2 that Renmur just wounded.
Yes.
The one
Only one
that
has
he
been
hit-
dropped since you've got here. There's still 9.
the
standing.
one with 1 hit point is giving up advantage currently to the next attack.
Okay. Well, then I'll toll the dead the other one. Then give him a DC 15 whiz save.
Did not make it. Rolled a 14.
Then he takes 6 points of necrotic.
That's the one with 1 hit point.
No,
No,
different.
no,
the
Oh,
other
the other one. Okay, so he's still standing. How's that look?
It's that same one where he hears the ringing of his death bells and all of a sudden just feels the life draining out of him.
So he, like, starts clutching his ears and like
Mhm.
screaming.
Mhm.
Okay, and he's holding his long sword in one hand. He's got it up by his ears. Okay, cool, excellent. All right, Meek.
So there was one that was like at 1 HP that didn't go down, right?
You have
Yes.
advantage. He looks weak, and he's like all of a sudden drawing attention to himself because he's like so badly hurt.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw a firebolt at that guy.
Perfect.
22 to hit.
Ooh,
Yo.
get fucked.
He gone. You can just narrate it.
There you go.
Fire!
Just this tiny voice from the
Yeah.
wagon. Fire!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeet.
And I think the fire before was like just this little tiny one because I only rolled 1 damage, and I like to imagine the same thing for that it was just like this little tiny flame, but it was just enough to like make him go unconscious.
It's the size of a tennis ball.
Yeah.
Pew, pew.
That was the tiniest yeet.
Yeah, exactly. I was just a little bit of a lob. But I will step out of the cart and just move
Okay.
maybe like half my movement. I'll get a little bit closer.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So you're moving forward through the slushing mud when we cut back around to Renmur's father with his 2 badass swords. Once again, going for the mercenary in front of him with both of them. He misses with one, but the other one he swings. This is his short sword again. And he finishes the job. He stabs again through the gut, and when he pulls it out, you guys can just see blood start gushing out as the guy falls over.
Ew.
Boom. All right, so
Gross.
now 3 have dropped. Okay, now we still have 2 mercenaries. 2 mercenaries fighting 2 bandits. They will both hit. Whoop. All right. They do quite a bit of damage on those 2. So that is... Boom. Okay. So when they hit them, what you're seeing is, long sword against a long sword. Pow, pow, right? You hear some clanging against swords, but still some of them are kind of getting through and making contact. And again, you see a little bit of blood start to come from these wounds. Now we cut over to Eva. You have
All right.
one more bandit within range
Oh,
because there were 3 that were on you and Renmur's father.
okay.
You guys have dropped 2.
Yep. Let me approach that one as a graceful half elf would and try to kill him. Oh, hold on. That's an 18 on the die.
Oh yeah, you hit.
All right. So
Yeah,
another
damage.
that'll be 10 damage. Wait a minute. Hold on. That'll be 10 damage. Yeah.
All right.
10.
So you slash. Oh yeah, you slash him with your sword, and again burnt flesh. You cut through the leather armor, and leave a black mark along there. You can see the look of fear on his eye, seeing his friends slowly dropping one by one.
Yeah.
Um,
Help me remember. I need to be rolling concentration checks when I get hit. I haven't been doing that.
okay. Have you been? Oh yeah, you have been twice. Give me one now, just for the last time.
Yeah, I think that last one, that one's the only one I've taken since.
Right, and it hasn't mattered. I
Cast
mean,
it.
none of them have been close to his armor class,
What is concentration?
It would
roll is
be. Isn't it the damage
Con.
you've taken
It's con.
plus?
Is it con save?
It's a con save difficulty 10 or the damage you take, and whichever's higher.
Yeah. So just beat a DC 10 con save.
11.
Okay. So you're still able to hold concentration.
Okay.
My wife's a vegetarian.
Oh, sorry.
Tom.
Sorry,
Of course, I like
10.
meat.
It's 10 or half the damage. I'm sorry, whichever's higher.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 10 is higher.
If she takes more than 20 damage, then she rolls half the damage. But if it's less than that, she just rolls 10.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It is now. It is now the monster's turn, or bad guys.
Yay.
All right. So the one is going to attack you, but you see as he attacks you, he pulls out a dagger as well. Longsword and dagger. Ooh, crit fails with the longsword.
Ooh,
So
attacking?
as
he's attacking me.
Eva.
Okay.
So as he swings the long sword, you see Renmur's father once again take his 2 swords and snap the blade on the long sword in
Oh my
half,
God.
rendering it useless.
Yeah, boy.
The dagger that comes out, because he's so thrown off by his long sword being snapped in half, I rolled a 2 on the die, but he trips, and I'm just going to say he goes prone. Now the other bandits are up. Now he was afraid too already, so
Yeah.
he's probably second guessing this attack in general. So he will get up, which spends half his movement, and he will try to run. I'm gonna say Renmur's father used his action to break the sword, but Eva, if you want an attack of opportunity,
Bet your ass I do.
go for it.
Nat 20, bitch.
So he legit turns his back to you to try to
Yeah.
run. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't think so. Again, fucking max damage. Holy shit, that is an 8.
Plus, you roll it again,
Yeah, you rolled again.
but you already killed him. I'll tell you right.
Yeah.
He only
But-
had 8 hit points.
Overkill.
Yeah. Overkill. She probably does. I don't want to say she goes like full like, what's that guy's name in The Patriot where he just goes ham on the British soldiers with the tomahawk and shit.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't see that in so
I don't
long.
think I don't think she's gonna go quite that ham,
Right.
but she probably does just leap at his back and land on him with the sword in his back.
Nice. I love it. All right, so you drop him. It's still their turn, actually. I got so excited about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. Okay. Seeing the numbers change, they start to try and run away. I will let 2 of the mercenaries get an attack of opportunity. One of them will hit. He will drop him. And that was this one. Okay. The other one starts to run away. He actually runs towards Renmur's father. I know I didn't let him do it last time, but I'm going to let him attack now with his longsword. He will barely hit. Ooh, poor. So he slashes him, but that guy manages to keep running. And the others are going to use double movement and start running as well when they see their friends running. All right. It is now Renmur's turn.
Did the guy stay in my range?
Yeah. Actually, he ran. You get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's a 17.
Oh yeah. You dropped him, by the way.
That is 9 damage.
Yeah, you drop him.
Yeah. Just,
So
is there
when
another
these
one that
turns
I
his-
can? Is there another one within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
I'm moving to him then.
Okay.
And that's 10, so no hit.
Okay. No hit. All right.
I'm going to give him my extra inspiration. I've got one left. Go for it.
That's a 19.
That'll hit. You're probably going to drop him.
A 12 damage.
Oh, yeah. Overkill.
Yeah.
He only had 4 hit points.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm huge. I'm just like reaping wheat. I'm just kind of going through, taking like big sweeping cuts, just kind of going right through.
So there's 3 that are full health still, 2 that are running away. But you guys have dropped 7 of them so far. And there are 2 mercenaries, the 4 of you, and then Renmur's father still.
Flee, cowards.
Excellent.
I'll throw, unless we're still in initiative, while they're running, I just want to throw some firebolts at them. Even if they
Sure.
don't miss, I just want it to be like, ah!
I'll let you throw one. Go for it.
I'll use my inspiration.
Just all of a sudden, this little tiefling running up, shrieking and throwing fireballs. That's terrifying.
Does 13 hit?
Yes. Oh, no,
Okay.
no. It does
Okay, then I will use my favorite by the gods.
Yes!
not.
Atta girl.
Oh, jeez. So that's
I think you just need I think you just need 1.
well, with 1 it makes it a 16. So does 16 hit?
Yes.
That is 7 points of fire damage.
All right.
Fuck
You
'em.
actually did quite a bit. So you hurt one of them pretty bad, blasting him in the back of his neck. And you see his head kind of duck down, and he kind of stumbles for a second, but he keeps going. Renmur, you see your father go berserk and start running after these guys. One of them, he will slash in the back of his knee. Yep. Another one, he will... Oh, yeah, crit. I'm not even going to roll damage for these.
I've been there,
fucking
guys. It's
go.
rough.
He runs up. He cuts the one in the back of the knee that just got blasted in the neck with a fireball and lobs the bottom of his leg off. And the guy just goes lifeless. Then gets to the next guy and pierces him with his short sword right through, right where his heart would have been in the front. Just blows out the front. And the last guy, the bad guy, just gets away. Unless people are chasing. But Renmur's father then stops feeling very satisfied.
As long
Actually-
as long as
Garrett?
Actually,
go ahead.
I want to. I want to go ahead and chase him down.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
want him to get away. As long as I can be within 30 feet of him,
Yeah.
I'm going to cast a spell on him.
Okay. Cast it.
So give him a 15 DC. I believe it's a Wisdom save.
Okay. No bonus. I rolled a 4.
Okay. Be a good boy and go fetch the cart. We're dragging it to the next town here. Suggestion: he's compelled for the next 8 hours to haul our cart for us.
Well, fucking done. Holy
Okay.
No,
shit.
I go sit in the cart.
He's
And,
like dead sprinting with his longsword, and then he like stops
Oh my god.
and like turns
Well,
around and starts walking with some urgency to the cart.
Renmore's like
Okay.
just slightly afraid of Garrick now. Just like
And I'm just like, hurry up as fast as you can. Just getting him to go as fast as he can. He's gonna basically haul butt as hard as he can for 8 hours, assuming that he can stay
wow.
conscious that long.
There's no
Oh
way he
my
could. Con
So
plus
when
8 hours.
yeah
I don't know.
when
That's a lot of weight.
when he finally passes out, let's tie him up and
Okay.
take him with us.
Okay.
So if you
Alright.
guys want, you can loot whatever's gone here, but I think we should get our wounded back to town.
am I still huge or have I shrunk down?
No, when I cast a spell on him, you go back to normal size.
Okay.
So just so you guys know, we'll speed this part up. You don't find anything of value. Long swords. They each have light crossbows, and they're wearing leather armor. Nothing special. They probably got some coin purses between 10 of them. You can probably find about 60 gold.
I'm gonna take one of the light crossbows.
Okay.
I might.
You can
do-
find 20 bolts for it too.
As like an afterthought, I kind of like looked down toward the two mercenary buddies that went down, and I'll just like gently touch one of them and try spare the dying, but it's probably like I spent way too much time waiting. But I'm gonna just kind of like try it, and then assuming it doesn't work, she'll just kind of like make a face and like scurry back.
Renmur's father, when he's out of earshot of the other two mercenaries, he kind of tells Renmur that they're just hired help. He did not want to risk any of the local men on such a task because he was really concerned for what was going on after hearing from Kraken about
Yeah.
what
Well, Tensors, I can sit in the cart and Tensors can float along with us. It doesn't have to carry anything, and that guy can pull us all until he passes out. So
Yep.
I'm perfectly content with that. I'll just sit in the cart and concentrate on the spell while you guys clean up and decide what you're going to do.
Sure. So Renmur's father walks over to him
Yeah,
and
but
is
by the
looking
way,
at your
remember,
foot. He looks concerned.
Renmore also has the slash scar that has become a
Festering
permanent
wound.
disfiguring scar from his chin down his neck. Yeah, he's on the crutch. Renmore now has the look in the eye of someone who's seen some stuff, and he just kind of like looks down at the ground and just, Father.
As you're saying this, your father, you've never seen him like this, but he's grabbing your head and looking at the wound, inspecting it, like a concerned father would, and he's looking down at your foot and well, you are seasoned now.
We have
I don't think
Yeah,
they
but-
can call you. I don't think they can call you unblooded anymore.
we have attained victory. We defeated an evil wizard at a price, but we won.
Who was this wizard?
I do not know. He was the one who and he kind of just like looks down at his foot. But
We get a name. I'm sure we did.
the one motherfucker who took my foot, I think.
Yeah, I mean, besides that,
Yeah, I don't think we actually had a name.
no.
We just know it was a druid lich.
A
Yeah.
druid
Okay.
lich. I'm gonna pretend you said that in character.
Yeah,
A druid
Yeah,
lich.
Renmore
one of us
Renmore's
would have said it.
decidedly still not used that term because he still doesn't understand what it means. But he,
Did you get its source of power?
he
Me.
kind of
He
remembers
took
something.
the-
He remembers that he was told that he took the eyes out, but he doesn't remember doing it. He's like, we removed its jewel eyes. I removed its jewel eyes while we were fighting and something.
And we cast them into lava and destroyed them.
Yes.
So
Are you sure
hopefully,
that's the source of its power, or
I hope so. I've
The
searched
grass
around. I
started
didn't find other
growing.
magic.
what? What are you talking about, Meek?
The swamp, nothing grows, but we killed the thing and grass started to grow.
It was in the old dwarven homes.
Those lands have been cursed for decades.
Yes, we journeyed deep into the swamp and discovered druid lich's lair, and we defeated several foes. A large, and he kind of like motions at his neck, a large lizard creature.
I can't remember what that was.
Yeah,
I forgot the name as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is,
I
but
felt-
a thing that was made of a bunch of other things is like a stitched up.
Oh, there was.
Oh, that was a
of some
flesh golem.
kind.
That
Oh.
that was the
There was a
flesh
flesh
golem.
golem in the lair. There was like
Yeah.
That was
There was a large
lizard
lizardy
thing.
thing outside, and then some
Troll with long
horrific
tail, 10-foot
creature
tall.
inside, and then
Yeah.
the lich itself. We dealt with all of them.
Oh, and this, and I go into my bag with a terrible like squelching noise, and I just pull out like the spider thing.
Mm.
You guys have been
Just-
gone for 3 days and you've already destroyed all of this?
3 days. Feels like it's been much longer than that.
Like it's been 3 weeks.
You guys have
Give or
gotten in
I-
quite a bit of trouble.
yeah.
Well, considering the fact that the swamp is no longer a swamp, I'd say that more than makes up for things.
Wonder if the dwarves can salvage that area again.
Dwarves. I remember something about dwarves. Oh yeah, 30 years ago they all went away. A statue told me that.
A statue.
Yes.
Meek, you say the oddest things sometimes.
Yeah,
it-
just
it
He
suddenly
kind of
things
snorts
come.
at you.
Suddenly things come into my brain, and I don't even know what I'm saying, but it's coming out of my mouth.
I know it. I know it sounds odd, but there was a talking statue.
And Eva, what was this thing you just did in front of me? And your sword is different.
Father, you know the warriors you spoke of to me, the ones chosen by the gods.
Yes.
I believe Eva is one such warrior.
No way. Not from her family. There's not a chance.
That's what
That
I
seemed
said.
kind
I
of
don't
deeply
believe
awkward.
him either.
I love
that
Eva. I
rude?
love your family. They've made some fantastic things for me. But I mean, your family's not exactly warriors, right?
I know. That's what I told him.
I've witnessed her perform feats not possible.
Feet.
I think, like, as he's saying that, I've absentmindedly reached over my arm and, like, peeled it.
Someone's got to
Wait, what did I miss? What did I just miss?
Meek said feats.
What?
Renmur said feats. And Meek's like, feats? Oh, I love it.
I don't believe it myself. No.
I mean, Eva, you are a natural. You have amazing prowess when battling, but yeah. In fact, I had hoped that you would keep Renmur safe, but he looks like he's taken the brunt of all the punishment between you. What is going on here?
Well,
You
Renmur.
let
I feel
him,
like
you let him rush into it head first?
I feel like Eva and Renmur would kind of like share a side eye for a second. Like, would you like to tell him or should I?
Well, Renmur grabbed and essentially held the creature down while we dug out its magical gem eyes, the source of its power. And in doing so, the creature was able to produce a large flame blade and remove his leg. But Renmur held on even after passing out, continuing to keep the creature subdued to the point where we could destroy it. There was no way we could have killed it. I'm even surprised that we killed it at all, but there was no way that we could have killed it without his help. He was instrumental in the task.
I don't doubt
Very-
this.
Very brave.
I would say I like do the aw shucks kick, but I really can't. So he just kind of like, Renmur just kind of looks down and like moves some dirt with his crutch and just says, "It was a trying battle."
He did not encourage you guys to take on this Druid Lich, did he? I know
No,
you say
no,
he's
no, no.
courageous, but there's a fine line that he tends to cross sometimes. Borderline stupid.
We kind of fell down a hole, and then he came after us and saved us.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yes, the Lich grabbed Meek and I and drug us into the pit, and he leaped into the pit after us.
So your father reaches out and he puts his hand on your shoulder to the point where the thumb butts up to your neck, and he gives you a good squeeze and he says, I'm proud of you, Renmur. That sounds very noble of you to defend your friends like that. And he puts his hand on Eva, the other one, does the same kind of thing, and says, you guys have done good today.
Meek just kind of like inches like closer and closer, like also wanting recognition, and just kind of like puts her head like just kind of like in front of Eva, like, oh.
I will put my hand on her head.
I'm satisfied with this. Yeah.
I gotta put my hand on her.
Yeah.
Your father then says, well, let's get on the wagon. Let's get back. I owe the remaining 2 mercenaries some gold that I've got back home.
Renmur's just gonna like kind of wait till everyone walks away and just be like, Father, do you know of any one-legged warriors?
He kind of chuckles and he says, son, I know of plenty warriors of all different statures. Footless, armless, eyeless. It comes with the territory, son. And the more you're out there, the more you will see. This might not even be your last wound.
And
We
Renmur just
might
kinda
be able
nods.
to get you help, but it's not going to be cheap.
Just kind of nods and walks after Eva.
When you guys get on the wagon, he's in small talk. His father says that there are ways to fix this impairment magically, but it's not cheap. It will require finding a very powerful divine spellcaster. There are plenty of them up in the hills to the west, but it's dangerous to get there, and he can try to reach out to somebody and get some information for you guys over the next couple weeks, maybe in the next week, to kind of tell you where to go if that's something you wanted to seek out. But again, it is very dangerous. Renmur, sorry, go ahead.
I point in the back of the cart and I say, well, maybe some of this stuff that we brought with us will help pay for it.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, if I feel like we probably would have like thrown a blanket over it, and so I'd just be like, maybe this will be enough, and show the stones.
Okay.
I would not ask any of you to go into danger to repair my foolhardiness.
Oh, we didn't ask you to go into danger with us, so there's that.
Renmur's father is like, he's just like me. Stubborn, hard-headed. I'm so proud of you, boy.
Have you spoken with my father since we've been gone?
I told him, I went to tell him, but apparently he had already heard from Kraken over here about the dangers you guys were in. I told him that I was going to lead some mercenaries. When we get back into town, your father had offered to pay half of the mercenaries' fee. These 2 right over here are going to make out really well. They're getting 2 shares basically of the full amount, right? Splitting it 2 ways instead of 10 ways.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they think it's worth it. They look pretty beat up over there, but they lost a lot of friends.
Meek like gestures to Eva to like come down so she can whisper in her ear, and just is like, we could take care of them. And then just has like fire in her hands.
I'm just pretending I did not hear any of that.
Yeah.
Sounds like she wants to kill him, Eva.
You mean cauterize the wounds?
I think we've done enough killing for one day, don't you think? They were helping us.
Oh. Is that what that was?
Listen, they were trying.
okay. And then I'll like, even though it's like a cantrip, I'll like act like I'm pocketing it and just like dispel the flames.
That's better. That's better. All right.
So you get to the 8-hour point, and the guy, not even 8 hours, and the guy pulling the wagon collapses. This is a heavy wagon. I mean, you've got 7 people. You've got 95 pounds of stone. I mean, he's basically pulling it like a horse. He did not get very far before he passed out, but he did it for a couple hours.
Okay. So I will tie him up really good.
Yep. Do
my best my best knots on everything. Get him good and bound up. Then cast Tensor's floating disc, and ask Renmur to put him on the disc and reattach the wagon, and then we'll just continue moving off that way.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the rest of your travel into town comes fairly uneventful, other than the guy finally waking up with his mind intact. If anyone tries to talk to him, he keeps his mouth shut, does not say anything, dead silent, just staring off into the woods as you guys are traveling.
Good. I was afraid we were going to have to gag him.
Nope, he doesn't even want to talk.
Outstanding.
You approach the gates, and Renmur's father and the 2 mercenaries get off of the wagon, and they talk to the guards. And the guards come up to you guys and say, "We can take the prisoner if you want. We've been informed that he was part of an ambush on your father up here," as he talks to Renmur.
Might also be responsible for Pieter's thing.
Yes, I would prefer word get back to Lord Valerian.
Yes.
That we brought back a bandit.
Oh, okay. Yes, right away.
The last of them, because we got rid of all the rest.
The Dragonborn next to him says, "I will go tell the mayor right away." And he rushes off. He hops on a horse and rushes off to deliver word. The other guard stands there, takes the prisoner, if you will let him, and holds him while a couple other guards come down and take him away with them off to jail. And you guys are in town. So Renmur's father starts heading towards Eva's house with the mercenaries, which for where you live, Eva, is probably not close to the gates, because you're a noble. Your family would probably live up, in the nicer part of town, I would say.
I would probably ask if Meek is coming with me.
Yes, she said last week she was. I'm assuming she still is.
Okay.
I'll remind, what was it? Renmur talked to the Lord before.
Mhm.
I'll just as I'm going with Eva, I'll be like, "Hey, it came to me. We're supposed to get 200 gold from him. All right, bye."
But before Meek leaves, Renmur is going to request the remains of the face bug thing. The Lord as evidence of other things we slew. Preferably the one you didn't take a bite out of.
Yeah, I'll take out the remains and I'll give it to you. Kind of squishy, smells bad, but
You can hold on to the other one and my foot.
What? What?
Just you keep that, but keep it because we may need it for a mold casting.
Well, I'm keeping it from decaying. That's a thing I can do.
Oh, good. That's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know how. Don't ask me the logistics, but ow, my brain hurts. That was a large word.
Sure.
I'm proud of you. I didn't know you knew that word.
Yes, that's.
Me neither.
Well done.
All right. So are they're going to take the prisoner off then?
Yeah, they took the prisoner off to jail to sentence
I'd
him for
like
his crimes.
I'd like to just follow with them and make sure that he makes it to a cell where he can be held, and then
Okay.
Uh,
And
when-
you're going to take the wagon with you?
At this point, I mean, they can keep the wagon. Somebody else can keep the wagon because then I don't have to have tensors following me around.
It's
so.
got all the
Get your
emerald stone
rocks.
on it.
Get your stone rocks.
So if you guys want to
could we
take, I
store
mean,
it
they
at
have
someone's
houses here.
house? Yeah.
Yeah, if they have houses
Renmur's
here, so if one
is
of them,
closer.
so yeah, if Renmur and his dad can get it to their house and hopefully store the green stone, that will
Mhm.
hopefully pay for part of, if not all of the
Hmm.
whatever magic we need to buy. So
And it's got like the tarp over it, and to make sure.
yeah, it's got
that
the
no one
tarp
can
over it,
really
everything.
see. Yeah.
And I mean,
Okay.
I'll let them take care of it, but I want to go with that prisoner, and
Mhm.
you know, I also want to just as they're taking him off, you know, just say really really quietly to him, you know, I can do much nastier things, and then cast minor illusion to make my face look like it completely just draws and sinks to look just like a skull, and then have my voice echo like undead. As I'm doing that, I'm going to yank a hair from his head as they lead him off into the cell, and I'm gonna save that hair as a trophy.
Do a intimidation check at advantage,
Yeah.
and I'm going to roll at disadvantage. Okay, beat a 10.
Uh, 12.
All right. He is scared. Like he feels like you might not be normal, and you may have just cast something like some voodoo doll shit on him.
Yep.
Nailed it.
So, and once I'm relatively sure that they have him in a secure location, I will take off with my prize.
Yeah, they get him locked up. They let you see, and you surprisingly there's not a lot of people in jail. But I mean, this is a peaceful town, so he's literally the only person that they just locked up, and there's quite a few cells here. And they say, "See, look, nothing to worry about. We've got this under control." And there's
Okay.
about 5 guards even in the same room, always keeping an eye on his cell.
And I will mention to the guards that he was one of a group of about 24, and we don't know how many more there are. So be vigilant.
Yeah. So the guards here at the jail are not dragonborn. They are, various things: half orc, human. Basically, the lesser. I'm saying that in quotes, but the lesser races when it comes to guards and in the military. So Renmur, you're going to see the mayor, correct?
Yep.
Okay, that's going to take you a minute to get there on your bum leg. We will cut over to Eva and Meek with Renmur's father and the 2 mercenaries. You guys get over to Eva's family's
Excuse me.
house. And before you even get to the door, you see the door swing open and your siblings run up to you. And then your mother and father both walk out and give you just a big family group hug. We were so worried about you.
Oh, of course.
And as this is going on, the mercenaries are kind of snicker off to the side. And Renmur's father is like, just give it a minute. Let them have their moment. And you will get your pay.
Meek,
And,
and like in a weirdly serious moment for Meek, she like seems like really uncomfortable and is just like just kind of sad.
Oh.
But
Oh my
like just
God.
like keeps her distance, but she's just like, oh.
I want that.
Jeremiah
exactly, yeah.
Jeremiah looks over at Meek and then goes up and grabs her like by the finger and is like, "We're worried about you too," and gives her a big hug.
I like don't really know what to do with it, but I'm like I like kind of like weirdly like grab the neck, like, but it's like trying to be nice, but it's just like, thank you.
Oh my God.
Eva's father kind of breaks away for a second and hands over a large pouch of coin to the mercenaries. And then Renmur's father does the same. They both give them to each of the mercenaries. And then the two mercenaries thank him and walk away. Renmur's father then just says, hopefully we don't have to do this again. And if you need anything, let me know. Eva, you take care of yourself.
But have you seen the one living merchant from the caravan?
Pieter?
Yeah.
I think he met with the mayor yesterday or 2 days ago, right before I left.
Regarding?
I believe somebody came to town to see him.
Do you know where he's staying now?
I do not know. I've been gone for 2.5 days.
All right.
Could be anywhere at this point. I would check the taverns. That's where
Fair
people like them tend to go.
Fair enough. And
Renmer's father kind of walks off. Before he heads off, he does ask Eva's father, Renmur seems a little down about what happened to his foot. He feels like he failed. I don't know if there's anything you can do, but I'm sure he's going to ask you for some help. If not, I did overhear Eva the other day on the wagon mention something about making a cast of his foot. If there's anything you can do, I'll be forever in your debt. And he kind of walks away after giving Eva's father a handshake. All right, Meek, Eva, you are over at Eva's family's house. Is there anything else you want to do with that?
Sleep.
Okay.
Yep.
You are able to get Meek and you ready for some sleep then.
I'll put together the little nest at the foot of my bed like last time. She's all good.
All right. Renmur, you get over to the mayor's place. The Dragonborn at the gate, they recognize you right away. One of them, just like last time, goes up to the mansion, the house, and is gone for a bit. Comes back and tells you can come in. Sees your foot. Says, "Man, what's going on here? I mean, that looks rough."
As it turned out, there was more than bandits on the road, but the road is safe. The threats have been dealt with, and I kind of he drops the bug creature on the floor and says, in addition to bandits, we found these strange creatures. One of my associates said that they are known to him, but not from this region. And they enter the brain and take control of a host. And we slew many who had been controlled by them. And we discovered what, again, another member of my party described as a druid lich, and several of its...
He stops you. Hey, hold up. Everyone, out! And he sends everybody out of the room, except for one person who is by his side. Looks like somebody who might be one of his advisors. And the mayor begins to speak. You say this with such confidence in your voice. This is a serious matter. This is not something you speak of lightly. I hope you are correct. And that's what severed your foot?
Yes, in the battle with the druid lich, my foot was cut off while I held the creature down while my friends pried the jewels out of its eye sockets and destroyed them.
The advisor lowers himself down to the mayor and starts whispering into his ear. Give me a perception check.
15.
Oh, you can actually make out some of it. He says, you cannot believe what he is saying. There is no way that this orc could have handled a druid lich. He is not distinguished enough. He has not seen battle enough. And look at him, walking back here without a foot. So you overhear all of this.
Pulling my sword and pointing it at him, and I just say, who is this worm who calls me a liar?
And the guy kind of like backs up and says, "You will not draw swords here in the mayor's presence. Give me a wisdom save."
Oh,
A 1.
no!
You feel like so much shame come across you as he cast some kind of spell on you. You're not sure what it was, but you feel shame. Like, how could you lose your bearing, a trained warrior such as yourself, drawing a sword on 2 unarmed men over mere words? It really attacks your honor to its core. He then proceeds to speak to you, and he says, "Look, Renmur, we know who your father is, and we know you have not seen battle before these last few days. Coming back, wounded as you are, speaking of a druid lich that you somehow survived, that is very intense, and there is no way that you could have faced such a strong spellcaster and lived. There's just no way. I refuse to believe such things." He then says, "I have not even seen a lich in my time. And let me just tell you, I have seen things." You can see as he's talking, his face, which looks young, kind of flickers and looks very old. But then goes right back to looking young, almost like a illusion of some sort. And he then says, "You're going to get your gold." And he turns to the mayor and says, "You did agree to pay him last time. Do you want me to go get it?" And the mayor says, "Yes, he's earned it. And he says, "We need to talk about that thing that he threw on my floor when he leaves. We need to get our advisors together and see if this is a potential threat moving forward." So the advisor steps out of the room, and he comes back after a minute. Is there anything you want to say to the mayor while he is gone?
Well, he's paying me, so that was going to be my next line of attack. Renmur just sheathes his sword and kind of stands quietly in his shamed rage.
The mayor says, "Son, I don't know you personally. I've heard of you for a while, but you cannot draw weapons in the presence of me or anybody else like that once again. If you do that inside of a house like this again, there will be consequences. And I assure you, it'll be more than just your foot." With that, the advisor comes back in with guards this time, hands you your gold, and demands that you are escorted out by the guards. And they escort you out and back to the gate.
All right, I got my money.
All right. So, Renmur, are you going to go to the tavern? You're going to go home and rest for the night?
I'm going to go find my friends wherever they are.
Okay. Eva and Meek probably told you they were going to rest because it was a taxing couple days.
Yeah.
Garrick, is probably at the tavern. He's probably 13 drinks to the wind right now.
Yeah, I don't even need to say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll by the tavern.
Sure.
And I'm assuming they paid me in gold, right?
Oh yeah, it's fine gold.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like kind of swing by his table and just lay down 50 gold and just walk away.
Nice. Oh, you're not even gonna stay for Garrick.
I'm giving him his cut, and I'm heading back to my place.
Okay.
I mentioned to him, but before you leave, we have to celebrate. We all survived, and you have the dwarven wine.
Oh, yes. And I take it out and I put it on the table, just walk out.
Oh my god.
Oh.
He limps out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The 2 mercenaries are sitting at the table next to you, Garrick, and they say, "We'll drink to that." They come over and they actually take the wine off the table and start pouring their own cups. Almost like it's theirs in the first place.
Nope. Not
Oh,
gonna
you try to
happen.
stop them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you grab, they're like, "We just helped save your ass."
It's like, but you did not get your leg cut off. That is for my friend once he's feeling better.
Huh. They kind of let go and let you have it. All right. Well, surely you're going to buy us drinks. I mean, we helped you. And they look between the two of them. I mean, they've also been drinking quite a bit as well. And they sit at your table and put their feet up on your table. And Kraken's like, "Uh-oh."
Those bitches.
Ah,
You
you
just
know
got
what?
paid.
I'm feeling generous. I will go ahead and buy them a round of drinks.
Okay. Thank you. They start drinking, and before you know it, they actually start buying you drinks as well. And we will end the session right there tonight. So we're ending the session a little early tonight. We have a couple people feeling under the weather. We knew a couple hours ago we were going to do so, but we did not want to let you, the viewers, down, and so we still put together our game for you guys. With that, I want to thank everyone. It was a lot of fun. It was a really easy session to plan for, because I knew roughly how things were going to come together there, and I enjoyed that. It was a perfect session for me. So thank you guys again, and yeah, if anyone wants to do any shout outs, plug anything coming up. The only thing I have is I have a Friday night game this week. It's going to be same time as this, 8:30 Friday night, running for about 3 hours probably, for a different group of players. So yeah, one of them is my friend Paul from Tales from Swordsfall, the podcast, not to be confused with the Swordsfall 1 game designer on Twitter. My friend Fox Winter from Roleplay Roulette on YouTube. And two other players who don't, as far as I know, don't have any channels or anything like that. So tune in for that. And then, yeah. Garrick, do you have anything, or I'm sorry, Callist, do you have anything to plug?
Nope.
All
Callist
right.
on Twitch and Twitter.
Lady Tiefling, do you have any games coming up this weekend?
Yeah, if you guys want to tune in before your Friday night game, I have a game that is going to be the second episode of Descent into Avernus, which goes from 5 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh.
So yeah, we'll be getting out just in time for your game to get started. So but yeah,
Send me a message on
Okay.
Discord so I can host it as well. I'll try to host it through my channel.
Good. Yeah.
I've never
once
done
our
it.
Once our game gets out, then I can send everyone to your channel.
Cool. That'd be awesome. Anything else that you want to promote?
I make stuff sometimes. I haven't this week because I haven't been feeling that great, but sometimes I do. So check that out.
Nice. Cornelius.
Well, I have a Twitch channel that I rarely use anymore. It's just kind of whenever I feel like it, and lately getting used to a new work schedule, it's not been often. But I will say this, there's been a few new additions to Twitch things as far as songs and stuff. Like they just started adding Muse to the library, and I'm super hype because I know some of the songs that have been put on, and so I'm like really excited about it. So I will probably be looking to do a Twitch Sing stream in the near future. For the rest of the week, I'm done with games. I have a couple of IRL games that I have. And then let's see. Besides this, on Wednesdays, it's every Monday. Let's see, 9 a.m. Central. I'm rocking it with Caution Nerds for Curse of Strahd, and then immediately following that at 1 p.m. Central, I'm kicking it with Salt and Sassy for a little bit of homebrew madness, and that one's getting interesting.
Yeah, you'll have to send me the links when it's coming close to broadcast, and I'll try to broadcast those as well.
Okay.
TP Grant, Mr. Grappler.
Not
Oh,
much
Bruce.
grappling. Not much grappling for me this week, as I'm also under the weather, and people really don't appreciate when you show up with a cold.
Yes.
But I at TP_Grant on Twitter. I tweet about grappling sports. I'm also falling down the Age of Sigmar miniature game hole currently, so I'll probably be tweeting about that as I continue to paint minis and learn how to play that game. So
I hear the miniatures are cool for that game.
yeah, I've got my first set. I enjoyed like minis and painting for that, and this was kind of just like the natural extension.
Right. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, that was it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't yet, be sure to hit follow. Like I said, we're only a couple away from 50. That I will rejoice, and I will give everybody inspiration if we get to 50. So for all my games.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So thank you very much, and we will see you guys next time. This was Master the Game RPG on Twitch and YouTube, because this will be uploaded there in a couple days. So game on. Bye.